So this tune is Miss Drummond of Perth. It's Strathspey, and I'm going to play this at kind of a more Cape Breton style tempo for the tune. So this tempo would be used for Cape Breton step dancing. It's a little bit faster than Strathspey that's played for Scottish country dancing. And also just a little bit more kind of, maybe a little bit more percussive, rhythmic, and a little bit wilder in a way. So here's the A part of the tune. I'll play it slowly so you can just kind of get all the notes here. So we'll start with a snap on the A and crash down on our open E. And don't be afraid to really smash your bow down on the string. Don't be elegant with this. Then you'll come down. I'm just going D, B, D, E. So we were kind of resting on an A chord there. Now we're going to shift our melody to a G chord. Here's the notes you're going to play. It's a G arpeggio. You'll start on a D. So you're really just using your third and your first fingers on that A string. The bowing you're doing is up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So you just have that slur at the beginning. And the whole time I play that phrase, I'm leaving my first finger anchored because I keep coming back to it. So those two phrases together sound like this. Then we'll play the first phrase again. This time we're going to do a G at the end to pick up into the ending phrase. Sounds like this. So let's take a look at Miss Drummond of Perth with a lot more grace notes and a lot more excitement. If you want a more in-depth, detailed instruction on these grace notes, there's a tutorial about the grace notes, and it explains all of them there. I'll talk a little bit about each one here, though, as we do them as well. So, starting out, we can do a flick on that open E. I'm using my third finger, just hitting the surface of the string. And you can kind of crash down with your bow at the same time so that you really make that E note strong. Then you'll go into your... Now that sounds very kind of neat and nice right now. But if we do a hammer-on into that D and a wiggle the second time around, it sounds a lot nicer. So the hammer-on is the C sharp to the D. Then right here, you could do a wiggle. A lot of times the wiggle is just the note right underneath. But in this case, I already have my first finger anchored there, so I'm kind of doing a wiggle all the way down to the first finger. Just because it's easier when I'm playing this fast to just lift the third finger right there, and rather than setting up the second finger. So you have that part happens like that. You go back to the beginning. Now I started that with a snap. You could, if you wanted to be a little bit more challenging, do a cut there. Maybe the second time through, or maybe every time, whichever you feel like. Then the last phrase, I'm doing a big wiggle on top. And the wiggle is really a mixture of the left hand doing this, 4 in this case down here, like that. And the right hand kind of slapping the string, either slapping or biting.